Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. Mindfulpig here, and it's been quite a while actually since we've done one of these. It's another one-on-one with Mindfulpig. Hurrah! Welcome to 2023. I've been really just craving doing one of these. It's been so long since I had the time to just sit down and share my thoughts or share what's gonna be going on with basement gaming, etc. And yeah, like a lot's changed since the last one of these one-on-ones that I did. That was terrible. um, yeah, we've really grown a lot as a community. We went from what were we at last? 30 members, I think. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, we're over 50 now, so that's fantastic. Yes, I think like 8 of them were bots, but whatever. We're still growing. We still got some uh, new members, some new life coming into the community, and it's really neat. Just kind of watching everybody get along and become friends, and yeah, just so cool. I was just talking about this in the last podcast that it just blows me away that a year ago I just had this, crazy idea that, I'd make a community where people could have a good time, be friends, support one another, and just generally just have a good vibe. And it actually is working out. It's growing into that. Yeah, it's just working out so well, and I need it. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things you just kind of need in your life that's working out, and I'm just happy that it is, and it makes me feel, I guess, just better as a person. I don't really know how to say it. It just makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something in my life right now, and I needed that. I really did need that push. Um, Besides that, I mean, Twitter's Twitter. I don't really ever look at Twitter as growth. Like, even if I was to get the blue check mark, I don't think that would be a big thing for me. Um, Twitter's cool as in getting information from it and, just hearing about games that might be coming out or, cancellations, whatever the case is, right? Like, it's a good resource for getting that stuff. I do appreciate that about Twitter. Twitter as for social, or sorry, Twitter as for being like a social site, not so big into it. I made a few good, I guess, like friendships that turned into viewers and part of the community, etc. But it's a grind. It'd be one heck of a grind to find an entire community through Twitter. And not that the people on there are bad. It's just Twitter in general. It's just poorly done. You know what I mean? You don't even now, like the people that I did enjoy following, Twitter barely shows them to me, and it's just like, really, like I like this person, like I liked everything this person did so often, so much. Like, why would it not be on my feed more than what it is now? And instead, you get like whatever Twitter thinks is popular, you might like, So it's just like I don't want to see that shit. Like, I want to see what I want to see. Like, like give me what I signed up for. Yeah. The other big thing was that Hoove. You guys know my little inside joke with that one. If not, then you just think I'm a goofball that can't say the word. But yeah, they ended up shutting down, so that kind of sucked because I had some content going on there. Again, like Twitter, I didn't really get a lot out of it, but the few new viewers, new friends, new gamers, whatever the case might be, that I did make from it were meaningful. So it was unfortunate to see that site got shut down. Especially no like information. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what to say about it because nothing was said. It was just one day it just stopped working. You couldn't log in. It was like, okay, that's weird. Um, I did join another one called, was it Mushroom or Mushroom? Haven't really dived into that. I'm pretty sure I saw something on there that said unless I was like a PC player, I wouldn't get too much out of it. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, it's like they have this mechanic, I guess you want to call it, in the site where the more you're gaming, the more of these coins you get, and then you can use these coins to buy pets or different things to like make it more interactive on there. But yeah, if I need a PC to do that, then it's kind of pointless for me because I only use my Xbox, right, or Switch, or The Chromebook, I guess. I don't know if that would count for mobile games. Yeah, so that was there when I ended up joining. YouTube's had a nice growth. I'm pretty satisfied with my YouTube account. I know the past month or two, like for me, I guess I don't know. If I'm not committing a lot into it, I don't put my expectations up high. So I know I had the stream and I had the podcast. That's pretty much all I had time for. Few videos here and there, but it was mostly those two. So in my back of my mind, I was like, it's gonna drop. You're not gonna get as many viewers. You know what I mean? Don't expect the world right now. And that's pretty much what got delivered. You know, the same energy I put in was the same energy that came out. Thank you very much, though, for everyone who did continue with me on that roller coaster ride. For those of you that don't know, it happens with me a lot because of the fact of my job. Unfortunately, my job, my schedule can change. I can have higher expectations. Like example, in 2 weeks from now, I have to cover for my district manager. So it's not going to be like a crazy amount of extra job responsibility to do. But you know, it might make me a little more tired, or I might have to change a day or two here on my free time or whatever. But yeah, when I guess the part that really changes for me is when I have to start training a new manager. Then my schedule usually switches from what I do now, where I have Wednesday, Friday off, to only getting Saturday, Sunday off and working straight through Monday to Friday, which sounds really convenient, but it's not. It screws up my world. It screws up uh, my family's world. You know, it just throws the whole rhythm off, right? Like right now works out good. Wednesday's my day. I use that to clean up the place. I use that to um, stream my mobile Wednesday thing. I use that to edit the podcast. You know, I try to get everything done I can on a Wednesday, and then Friday, you know, I get to spend with Cheyenne, and that's our day to have together. And then that cycle continues and continues and continues, right? This way it just works out good. And I'm not, you know, I have Wednesday to basically invest as much time as I can into everything. And then I have, you know, a little more free time throughout the week to watch a new TV show or something like that, right? Um, but yeah, so when I start training a manager, it just really throws that entire rhythm right off for me, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? That's why I signed up for the job, and that's what you get when you work a job until basically gaming kicks off. Woo! um, you can see I'm a little more pumped up. I don't know why, in all honesty. It's been kind of a rough week, rough month, I guess. Rough, rough, rough. um, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't been feeling the best, I guess, lately. So I'm just excited right now doing this and being here and finding a little bit of time, right, to sit down and let you guys know how I'm doing, how Basement Gaming's doing, and where some of the plans of the future. And yeah, I don't know, I'm so excited right now. I know it's 8 minutes into it, and it's a little bit late to bring this up, but if you're wondering why we don't have the Discord community up right now, and instead you're watching videos of Jedi Fallen Order, it's because that is my first game of 2023 that I have beaten, and I am so pumped and so excited, and I think this game deserves so much praise than what it's gotten. Um, I knew it was a good game, like based on feedback and stuff like that, but it was, how do you say this? Like it got the, yeah, it's a really good game, and that roller coaster ride went up for a couple of weeks or months, and then it just dipped right off, and then it's not talked about again, right? Which is weird because it deserves so much more praise than what it was getting. Um, I have talked about this a lot on the podcast. I've talked about this a lot on Twitch. So, for the sake of the regular viewers, I'm just going to give a nice sum up version of my thoughts on the game. So, number one, I'm going to start off with all the bad stuff. Um, there are three things this game really desperately needed. And for the first one, if it's available in the game, please in the comments tell me, and I'm going to kick my own ass for it because the entire time I was playing this was probably my biggest pet peeve, and that is no fast travel between meditation points. So if you ever play a Dark Souls game, or like I don't know, if you played any game really, right? Like there's checkpoints, but the checkpoints in this game are meditation circles, just like in Dark Souls, it'd be bonfires, right? So you go there, you rest, you recover, enemies, you know, spawn back to life, etc., and you know that's where you're gonna, when you die, that's where you're gonna respawn again. Anyway, people are going like, oh man, they should have bigger levels, there should be more to it. No, no. These levels were big enough. Oh, these levels were big enough on their own. They didn't need anything, more to them. What they needed was an ability to travel from the end of the level all the way back to the beginning of the level and not force you to freaking run all the way back. Like I think that was probably the thing I hated the most about every level was it was exciting going through it, it was exciting taking things on, etc., etc. But when you get to the end and you look back at the beginning of the map and you go, crap, that's where the spaceship is. It was probably the least motivating part of the entire game. And a quick little fast travel system, like you don't have to do it at the beginning. Like whatever, that's fine. Wait till we have explored the end of the level and then give us that option. But to not have it at all with just I don't know, it really hurt the game. I feel like I'd be more willing to play through that game again if that feature was added. I would have enjoyed all the levels and been on the bandwagon for sure. Let's go bigger and larger if it had that ability. But without that ability, I don't want a big level. I don't want to have to travel all the way back and spend hours upon hours in the same level. These games, you're going to die so much that at one point you just want to get the fuck out of that level. You just want to move on with your life. Like, I get that. So, yeah, to me, that was something that really should have changed and been added into it. The other two are just kind of minor. Well, I guess no. The second complaint I have really would have helped the game out too, and that is no side quests. Yes, I did find out through achievements that you can find 4 beasts or whatever and get an achievement for killing them. There's one for 4 bounty hunters, but like there was no indication other than a boss battle, like boss health bar, sorry, um, that these things were special. Like to me, like when I was even fighting them, I was like, oh, okay, it's just a stronger enemy. Like I didn't even think of it as a boss because most of them were just easy to kill. They weren't really much of a challenge, which isn't a bad thing. I don't mind that. Like I'm already fighting a legendary boss. Like I remember there was one where there was 2 bounty hunters right outside the door of a major boss that you were gonna fight next. So to me, it's like, yeah, okay, I don't mind an easy fight right now. um, but yeah, like I don't know, just some indication, or even like in the game, say like, hey, you killed 2 out of the 4 legendary beasts. Like, oh, what game did it really well? Red Dead Redemption. I like how it like had that little track log that told you like everything you were working on or you did, right? Like, I need that in a game. Like you don't even have to put side quest. If you even had that in the game that said that I was making some kind of progress towards something, I would have felt like that would have been worthy enough for a side quest. Um, I know the planets did say like explored blah 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 percent, which I beat the entire game and there's still some planets I don't even know where I would have gone. Like must be New Game Plus that I'll have to look into that and see like where I was missing. That would have gave me 100% on that planet. Um, and the last one's like a really petty complaint, but I just kind of wish that there was more customization with the lightsaber. So not so much as in like there you could have like a copper piece, you could have an aluminum, like like whatever. It was just to make the saber handle look a little cooler. But there was no option to like make a curve saber or like in the game itself, the one of the main bad guys has a really cool lightsaber. Like she rocks this like what would you even call it? It's like a curved blade itself, and then on the ends, right, that's the beam comes out. But like that was a badass looking lightsaber. Like I wouldn't mind making something like that. I think of Count Dooku's lightsaber from the Star Wars series. Like like there's more they could have given you, and I think there they definitely cheaped out. I don't know why they chose that path. It really doesn't make a lot of sense. Like I even try to justify it by changing it to things that would really stand out. And when you're playing with your character, they still don't stand out that much. The cloaks you get, the ship colors you get are cool. Like, yeah, it's neat, but I don't know. You could have gotten rid of the ship customization and just focused on the character himself, and I think that would have been a better approach for the first game. But again, that was a very minor complaint. For me, fast travel would have made the world of a difference, and side quests would have been like the icing on the cake. Um, but all around, like the good to this game outweighs those 3 things so much. The game and like high bar for the second one. Let me tell you, extremely high bar for the second one. But the first game really captured what it was like to start off as a Padawan learner and like bust your balls all the way up to becoming a Jedi Master. Like, it is unreal how well they did that. Like, stupid little things like not giving you all of your abilities until like you pretty much finish the game. Like up to the last level, you are still unlocking stuff for your character, such as double jump, wall running, wall climbing, right? Like just I don't know, things you take for granted in a lot of games. This game made you like work for it. But working for those things just made like the world of a difference. Like it all it's amazing just how good you felt. Like we said this so many times in the podcast. Like I felt like a Jedi. I really felt like I was becoming a Jedi. It was so cool. And games don't do that anymore. They don't give you that feeling. And it wasn't that it made things hard for you. It wasn't that it made you feel like, oh yeah, once you get double jump, you're gonna be able to do this. Like everything came at the right moment that it should have. And yeah, I can't praise the writing, the storytelling, the mechanics that they chose, like enough. Like it's just they did a fantastic job. They knew what they wanted to make and they executed that perfectly. So for me, I was trying to think. I was like, okay, so they capture the feeling of being a Jedi. Spoiler alert, but you obviously become a Jedi Knight at the end of this, which is a very, very cool moment. It was like the game's way of tipping the hat, going, yeah, that's what we were going for. Don't you feel badass now? Go take on the last boss of the game. And like you do, like right after that's done, you go to the last planet, and like I feel like I'm ready to take on anything. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna mess up everybody in this level. No one's gonna beat me. It's such a great feeling. Um, but number two, what I'm hoping for now is so they capture the feeling of being a Jedi. Now I want them to capture the feeling of being like the only Jedi. I mean, you're not in your ship. You already know you have a crew member with you. Cree, I think her name was. I don't know why I always forget hers. She's really cool, man. Oh man, she's whoo. Let me tell you, that last level, you really get to see what a badass she is, and she just messes everybody up. Like, oh, so good. I love her scene where she just to take on like I think it's like 4 or 5 different stormtroopers, and she just excellent, excellent deaths. um, and then later on, there's a special little guest that appears, and she takes that bad boy on too, and she holds her own. And it makes you wonder what number two is gonna bring because yeah, I mean if you play a little bit of the game, you know that she struggles a bit with the dark side, and that really shows in that fight. And it's like, whoo, I feel like I'm gonna be fighting you at one point. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess in number two. But yeah, what I really want them to capture in the second one is that feeling of being the only Jedi and trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. Like I want to experience that despair, that lack of hope, and then boom, slowly, piece by piece, you're getting it to happen. And they could do that, right? Like you could slowly build up a little, for lack of better words, a little empire of Jedi students, right? Because um, during the whole entire game, right, you're trying to find this holocron that's going to tell you where every single Jedi is in the world, and there's quite a few young Jedi warriors, like waiting to be trained. Um, so yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be also really cool again, like now not to sound geekish, but like customization would be really neat. Like it'd be so cool to see the Star Wars universe and like pick the youngings that you want to go to. Like some of the alien races in Star Wars just look so badass, and it'd be I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to, like see which ones you get. I hope it's just not like Earthlings, like like humans are cool and all, but like I want some alien Jedi. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna pre-order it. I think if I budget my money right and I have enough of it, I definitely want to pre-order this game. I want to enjoy this game to the full potential that I can. And I'm so excited. You can probably tell I rambled on for I think 10 minutes now about how much I want to play this game. Yeah. So that's been my game of 2023. I think I'm not sure what path I'm going to go next. I mean, I do have Dark Souls. I definitely want to get into that, but I just played a game I know Star Wars isn't as bad as Dark Souls, but it was pretty heavy. So right now, I kind of want to play like maybe Diablo 2, maybe Fallout, something just to take the edge off, I guess, something a little more enjoyable for the next little bit. Um, yeah, yeah, I think it's probably be Diablo 2 because I want to wrap that story up as well. I want to at least beat 5 games this year. So I got one off the list. It's 2 months into it. I could definitely do another 4 more. Um, yeah, yeah, that was the most exciting thing that I really wanted to share with you guys was the Fallen Order. Um, as for me, like it's a brand new year. I am excited to see what we're gonna do in basement gaming. We had our award show last year. That went off with it started off rocky, but it came through and it delivered exactly the way I wanted to. Everyone felt great about their rewards. Some of them uh, flexed them and put them on their Twitch profiles. Some of them just kept them, for personal memorabilia. But yeah, all around, like it just, I don't know. It just went really well. I like the feedback I got from everybody. I already have a few new ideas and things I want to change this year for the award show. So look forward to that. I'll probably start that in August, hyping it up, and then we will continue down that same track again. Obviously, I'll have my birthday stream this year again. We'll have another one of my Twitch anniversary streams. We still have the Advent calendar challenge to do. I am so sorry it's February and I still haven't got that done yet. Like I said, last month was just tough, really tough work wise, and I wasn't able to get a lot of free time. So what I was able to put on YouTube was literally all the free time I had. Now I'm working out things. I'm planning my life out a little bit better. So I'm going to start delivering more content to you guys, either gaming clips or more one-on-ones in Mindfulpig, or just more of the things that I promised I would do at set times. Thank you. Thank you for just being patient on this journey and for sticking with me, I guess, while we make these changes and challenges. um, yeah, I can't think of anything else right now that I want to get off my chest because I just kind of wanted to give a little shout out, say I'm still here, say I'm still interested in doing the one-on-ones with Mindful Pig. Let you know that as a community we are growing and we are doing fantastic. Um, Streaming wise too, I hit over a ton. Wow, I hit over 200 followers. So that was exciting to happen on Twitch. YouTube is growing. I think we're at 27 followers now, 25, 27, which is pretty decent. I'm happy that my YouTube channel is growing. I think by the end of the year, if it hit close to 50, I would be pretty satisfied. Like I'd say that is a pretty damn good year. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else really worth sharing at the moment. So thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, or just once in a while saying, "Hey, what's the pig up to?" and checking out a video that I have posted. If you listen to the Two Tired Dudes podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, wherever the case might be, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for tuning in every week. It is definitely one of the best days of the week for me. I love doing the podcast, everybody. I do have another podcast actually going to be coming out sometime in the future. I say sometime in the future, but it could be like in a month or so. Another one of the basement gaming community members I was talking to, and me and this individual, we're batting an idea back and forth, and I think we finally got something that's really gonna click. So, woo, excited to start that one. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna like it. This one's gonna be just once a month though, so just every month you'll have a new podcast episode, but it's going to be in relation to that month. So, example, if we start on March, something about March, holiday, history, whatever the case is, something about that month we're going to be talking about. And every single year, when we go back to that month, it'll be something new. Little vague right now, but I think it's something you guys are really going to like. You're really going to enjoy. I'm excited for it. I think it was a banging idea. And kudos to this individual. This person literally came up with the entire idea, thought it out, planned it, and I'm just lucky enough that they wanted to do it with me. I feel very honored, very special that they chose me. But yeah, I think on that little sneaky tidbit, I am going to call it a day. I still have a little more running around to do, cleaning and streaming to do for you guys, and a little more editing. We got the podcast; it should be uploaded long before you hear this. So yeah, I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much for just being a part of my life, for making me feel special. Um, for just yeah, just really helping me complete a life that was kind of a mess. Thank you, and have a beautiful night, everybody.